Mama, mama, mama. Oh no. Just hope it doesn't take all day. Hello. Like, what? Blend in a minivan, I never thought I'd see the day. Yeah. They're not the funnest jobs to do as a married couple. Yep. Yay. Good morning, lovely lady. Good morning. Hi. Oh, come here. You guys hungry? Want some food? All right. Okay, okay, okay. Good morning, it's Sunday. I'm on chore duty. When I was doing chores across the road here, I noticed that we're out of bales, so I'm just gonna run and grab a hay bale before the rain sets in, because that's sort of threatening to do that all day today. I was really hoping to put my feeders in maybe today, but there's still too much meat in it, so I think maybe tomorrow they're low enough that we can maybe, Chris and I can do some rearranging and figure it out, but I don't know, the manure seems pretty high. I still think I may have to convince Mark to let me clean that barn out, but we will see. In here.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks really good. Good job.
Yeah, not bad.
I don't know how to do this stuff.
Honestly, I don't know. I just do it.
It looks like you know.
But I try my best.
Full intentions of helping Mark tile around our wood stove, or where we're putting the wood stove, but he informed me he doesn't really need my help, so there's enough to do in the house. The bookshelves for Jess and I's library came in just before I went back to help him, so I'm like, maybe I will attempt to build a couple IKEA cabinets by myself. Jess was gonna help me, but she got invited last minute to Toronto to go see Noah Kahan in concert. I'm so jealous. He and the Lumineers have really, and Taylor Swift of course, have been like on rotation to and from the hospital for like 3 months straight, so I feel like it's sort of fitting that she gets to close out this journey with a concert. I think it's gonna be good. And then I think she wants to go to homecoming in Guelph next weekend. So as a mom, I'm just stressed because I'm like, you're gonna get sick. I'm not sure I'm prepared for her just to get sick. She's like, Mom, it's gonna happen. Anyway, I'm gonna head back and attempt to build these IKEA bookshelves without the husband, because I'm thinking it's probably wiser. Look what I've learned in 25 years of marriage. Just thought I'd take a second and show our lovely soybean field. It's so pretty, the colors. So we're about 2 weeks, Mark figures about 2 weeks before the leaves will be off and it's harvestable. But yeah, there's a good bean plant for you. These got really, really tall this summer just because we've had so much rain. And this is the field that we had some, I think it's called brown stem rot. So some of these stems started rotting inside and now they're sort of lodging. But it was a beautiful soybean field. We'll see how it yields. But gorgeous. That is fall to me. we got in here?
What's the other idea thing?
I think like decor.
Decor.
Yeah, and 2 lamps. Mark got the tile laid. We still have to grout it, but I think I would imagine he's gonna do the back wall first before we grout it. But yeah, it looks pretty good. Good afternoon. I was able to clean out the barn, which makes me so happy. Mark and I talked for what felt like forever to figure out how we were going to do it because we don't really have anywhere to put this manure. So what we're going to do is I'm just putting it in the dump trailer right now, and we're putting it on the hay ground that Mark, we terminated at actually. It's like a 20-acre chunk of hay ground. And he said when Adrian and the boys come to finish a little more manure on some of our soybean stubble, he's just gonna get them to just spread what we get out of here. And I might actually clean out the north side of the other barn one more time. I do need to bed it, put the feeders in, bring the sheep over to this side, do that whole side, and then repeat. Bed it, put the feeders in. So this turned into a very, very long day. All right, we are complete. We got both sides cleaned out. It ended up being a really nice day just to do this. I am still listening to a very long audiobook, so it worked out really well. My new feeders are in and they look so good. The only problem is I don't have spouts that fit these guys yet, and I don't want to drill holes in my brand new lid. So we have lots of feed from our old feeders that we just put along the bunk, so they're good for grain for a while. And yeah, I just got to work on maybe making some new spouts for these feeders. And I'll probably just take the doors right off and leave the lids off because they don't really need to be on anyway. This needed done, actually. There was more manure in it that I thought. We had enough leaky feeders that there was just wasted feed and rodents like wasted feed. So I'm glad we got it out before the cold of winter, before these guys decided to migrate in and infect my flock. I'm so sweaty. Jess in her reading corner. Do you think you'll fill them up? I don't know. There's a lot of bugs. I was showing everybody our family portraits. Piper.
For sure.
This should go on the fantasy.
Fancy vibes.
Yeah.
Adorbs.
They look so happy.
They do. Honestly, that's me and you when we talk about books.
Totally.
I love it.
Good morning. We're heading off to London for an actual doctor's appointment.
Yes.
This is her first time back with our chemo doctor, so we're going to be doing blood work this morning for Jess and hopefully get some
that's it.
good results from that.
Yeah, I don't think the blood work won't really show that much.
Yeah, but it would show if there was a problem.
It will show how I'm doing in recovery, though. It will show
Yeah.
like my levels and stuff. They're
Yeah.
going back up.
Yeah.
Which they should be, so it should be fun.
Yeah. So
Maybe not fun, but it'll be fine.
just hope it doesn't take all day because I do have to do some farm work today if I can.
It probably will. I'm sorry. Like, I just think you should expect the worst.
I brought my book.
Yeah, so did I.
We had a really long doctor's appointment today, so we treated Jess to wigs. Are you super happy?
Yes, but if you don't like them, don't tell me, because I'll just get sad.
Yeah, we had a 3-hour wait to see the doctor today, but we have good results. Everything's good.
Normal.
Everything's normal. Yeah.
You know, hair.
And now you have hair. Good morning. Full disclosure, algebra and geometry was not my forte. I was thinking we were going to have to replace these spouts on these new feeders because they were too wide. On the old ones, we actually drilled holes in the roof of the feeders. I did not want to do that. I'm like, these are brand new feeders. I'd rather not. They're also really sort of hard to line up every time when I have to take them out. It's really, really hard to line up those holes perfectly with the spout. So I said to Mark, would it be the end of the world if I left the lids off? He said, yeah, just leave the roof off because we're indoors, obviously. He goes, so why won't your spouts fit? And I said, well, because the fork is too wide, like it widens out too far. He goes, shorten it. I'm like, what? Anyway, it worked, and it fits really snugly, actually. It fits pretty good. So all I had to do was take off the very last sort of extension on the bottom part of the spout. I'll show you. So I'm gonna leave this lid off. I might take it right off because I don't want them playing with it. I think it's just a bolt. So I think I might take these off next. So yeah, the forks had little extensions here that fit into the roof quite well. So once I took those off, I was able to just shimmy it in there, and it's tight enough now that it's not going to really move too much. And then this attachment I taped, and then I'm like, I ran out of tape. I'm like, why don't I screw them? So the rest of the spouts, everywhere else, are actually screwed onto the spout that goes to the cross auger. But we're going to test it out. But I do have to take out this little guy here. So let's see if I can do this. Oh, look at that. And it's already at 3. What does it say here? I think it says, depending on the breed, when the oldest lambs are 8 weeks old, move the creep panels to position 4. It is often most profitable to reposition the adjusters from unrestricted feeding to limit intake to 0.25 kg per day or half a pound per day. Oh, interesting. Depending on the breed, when the oldest lambs are 12 weeks old, move the creep panels to position 5. These guys are born in June, July, August, September. They are indeed 12 weeks old. So do I just move these to position 5 perhaps? My only question is here. This looks like maybe on the side too. Oh yeah, so there's position 1, position 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One of these guys has a hidden little tool. It's not in this one. I'm gonna have to go find it. Yeah, right here. So this is a little tool, adjustment tool. I actually just texted Myrna from Huber and asked, I'm like, is there a trick getting this off? But I got it off. She goes, you just have to sort of wiggle it. And so I wiggle. Do I put it to 5 maybe? I might just put it right up to 5 because they're 12 weeks old now. And then we'll see what it looks like. If it looks like there's way too much like spillage or they're not eating it quick enough, maybe I'll put it down to 4. Let's just see how this works. I'll show you. All right, this little guy. I think it's this one. I don't think it's the other one. So just like so, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I never saw those, sorry. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right there. And that should probably be perfect. That looks better. Alright. 5, 5, 5, 5, and then the 2 sides are 5. So that's a pretty big gap for them. All right, let's give this a go. Well, my bullet journal is coming in pretty clutch. It gives me a chance to sort of organize what I think I need to do everywhere, and then I confirm once I get to the barn. Sometimes when I just plan my day while looking at the flock, I get very distracted. I sort of go down rabbit holes that don't need to be gone down. What has been on my bullet journal for today, tomorrow, Friday is to sort of start conquering some management jobs that we really haven't actually had to do. We've been sort of up to date, which is weird and shocking. So I am gonna run in quick, check for lambs to make sure that's not a rabbit hole I indeed need to go down. And then I'm gonna start hoof trimming. These are the girls that are gonna get scanned on Monday, and I just don't want Rex to look at their feet and go, Sandy, you're not doing your job. Well, I must have known. Mama, 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 mama. Oh no, 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 no. What happened? She just lambed. Just want to see if I can see what happened with this guy. Head looks fine, so it doesn't look, were you stuck? Doesn't look like there's anything wrong with this lamb. Sweet little girl, mama. And that one's totally fine. Oh. You doing alright? Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Perfect now. Mama! The only best case scenario that could happen right now is if another ewe started lambing and she had 3, and then I could give her 1 because she's perfect. Okay? Baby's on, so we're good. Good job. turn is coming. Hello. I want to mark this ewe actually so Rex can have a look at her. She's really stained on her back end, and I do wonder if she has aborted for whatever reason, and it's the first ewe I've been able to like clamp this unit right tight, which means she's losing weight. Like, she's got a lot of wool, but I was really able to squeeze her no problem, and she just, if she feels under condition for whatever reason. So I'm just gonna get him to look at her, but I have a feeling she's aborted, so I'm just gonna put like a question mark on her. Good morning. We have a nice, I think they're both girls, if I'm not mistaken. They're beautiful. Like, what? Mama has milk, but it's really, really thick colostrum. So I'm gonna see if they'll drink because they're really chirpy. They shouldn't be this chirpy, really, right after coming out. Oh, maybe they have had a drink. Now this one actually settled down and laid down, and that's usually a sign they've drank. Once these lambs really start nursing and runting and bunting her, like, it will stimulate her milk production. It's just that first milk is, with her, is just really, really thick. So I wasn't entirely convinced they've had a drink. Well, you guys keep working on it. Hello. Your baby. Can I borrow your other one? Oh, you're a boy. I was wrong. This one's a boy. Let's see if he'll drink. Okay, well, Chris will be here in about an hour, and I'll just leave this sort of in some warm water for her to stay warm, and then I'll just, if she has any better luck, I think they've drank. Hi. They are on Mama, so. People say the darndest things. Oh my God. Yeah, you sort of get blood work like an hour before your appointment. As I was finishing up hoof trimming, Belinda actually called me, so we had a good chat. I think she's taking her little one for a doctor's appointment, so she's just on her way home. So I think she's going to come in the morning with a load of beef, because our freezer is dangerously low in that department, and we like our beef. We like lamb, but we don't eat it near as much as beef. And what else were we talking about? Yeah, we were just talking about Jess and about kids and all the life things that you can get in a 20-minute phone call. Hi, my buddy. You're almost nice to me. Almost. Good morning, it is Friday. We made it through another week and no new babies today, but I did take the morning and record this one and those two. And I already forget what we're sitting at. I think we're sitting at 152 lambs out of 68 ewes, which is around 2.2 lambs per ewe, which is good. This mama is not pregnant right there, but we're waiting on, did I say 5 yesterday? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 at the water bowls, 5. So 5 more to go. Today is day 17, so the first day of the second cycle, if you base it on when I put the rams in 5 months ago. Sort of the last day they cycle would be about day 21. Tuesday should technically be day 21 of this breeding cycle, so we'll see. If they aren't here by Tuesday, then we might have to do some inducing just to get it sort of done and over with, because we have corn silage next week. I have Rex lined up for Monday, and hello, that was lovely. And we're quite likely into soybean harvest by late next week, so we have to get a lot of these things done and off the list. Speaking of soybean harvest, Mark has asked for my assistance over the next few days, so I have to sort of balance chores, hoof trimming, and him. But I think this morning, while it's still sort of cool, we're gonna attempt to clean out our bin that was holding our wheat, our storage bin here. We're gonna clean it out and get it all prepped for soybean harvest. And then I think on this weekend, through the weekend, we need sort of a full day and maybe a bit more to finish up some field tile he's been working on at his grandma's farm. A lot of wet spots in that field, a lot of drowned wheat we had this year. So, oh, and I got my hair cut last night. I gotta cut more. Speaking of my hair, I was talking with Belinda yesterday and she was laughing because she's like, I didn't even know you cut your hair. I'm like, dude, I cut my hair like 6 weeks ago. This is why we're friends, because we don't care. I'm trying to find Mark.
Silence, like radio silence from the kids in the back. It's amazing.
You watch that little pig show?
No, yeah, no Peppa Pig. It's Paw Patrol or Bluey. Yeah, it's actually a good one though. It's funny. There's a lot of like parent jokes kind of hidden in it.
Back when we were kids.
Yeah. No, we just fade the speakers to the back, crank the volume, and send Black Betty down the road. Van life, I love it.
Friggin' Belinda in a minivan. I never thought I'd see the day.
Yeah, I'm gonna put some decals on the side, write her off as a business expense.
Okay, I thought I would just chitty chat about what we're actually doing, because field tile seems to be a little confusing to a lot of the people that watch my channel. We have some pretty heavy soils up here where we live in Ontario, Canada. We're not too far from Lake Huron, and just where we are, we have a lot of heavy clays in a lot of our fields. So this is Mark's mom's field, which was her mom's family's field. So we're like, I guess, third generation running it. if that makes sense. So this field was tiled. This whole field probably should be redone, but by professionals, but we're just sort of adding a few extra ones to what's already here. It hasn't been tiled for years and years and years. So it's like old clay tile is what they used to use back in the day. So we're basically going, there's a little crest of a hill right there. We're putting in 11 runs, sort of in between the runs that are already here. So Mark said the tile from here to the top of the hill are 70 feet apart, and it's not enough. We need them to be like half that. So we're sort of splitting the difference. So in between each of those 70-foot spacings, we're gonna put another line of tile. What the tile does is, if you can imagine like drainage out of your basement or something like that, that's basically all we're doing. It's catching surface water, it perforates down the soil, hopefully, that's what the tile's supposed to do, and take that water away instead of having it pond. We had a lot of flooded wheat just in this spot, and we've been really battling this field for quite a few years, and Mark's like, next time it's in wheat, we gotta get those tiles fixed. So that is on the agenda today. They're not the funnest jobs to do as a married couple. And today is actually the day we're gonna celebrate our anniversary. It was our 25th wedding anniversary actually on Tuesday, but Tuesday is with Jess all day, dealing with her chemo doctor appointment. So today we're gonna celebrate it. So we're gonna hopefully go out for supper. Oh, I forgot to make reservations. That was dumb. I'll show you the tile up close. So I don't know if you can see this. There's little perforations all on this tile. So that's, the water will just nicely seep through the ground, and then it will go in this tile, and then the tile is on a grate. Everything is on GPS on the tractor, and it's already pre-plugged. He's sort of telling everything what to do right now. That's a high spot, this is a low spot, and he plugs into the software the proper grade, so the water will come this way. And then we have a main running the length, like running across the field right in the middle of this, where all these starts are basically. And then we have a drainage in front of the excavator. Yep. So all I'm doing is making sure he's not dragging this tile with him, which he's not. It's good now. We've got enough dirt that's covering it. Good? Okay, I guess I'm good. Is the old clay tile. So this is what they used to use to move the water. What has replaced this are these like perforated tiles. Now the blue one is a main, and it's non-perforated, because if this backs up, basically all your perforated tiles would back up, and they're the ones that feed this from the field. So this is basically our outlet drain. All right, Mark is scoping out our fourth last run. We actually got quite a few runs done. It's just been going really good. I was able to make reservations for supper. So I think, or dinner. Do you guys call it supper or dinner? I'm a supper kind of girl. Currently 10 to 5. Our reservations are for 7:30. So we've got lots of time. So we decided to do one more run tonight, and then we'll load up, go home, and finish this field tomorrow. Okay, here he comes. Last run of the day.